welcome to my channel. I'm back with another what I eat in a week video. I hope that this isn't too soon because I had recently just posted one. I filmed this particular week all the way back in the beginning of May. This was the week after Easter and I was extremely busy. Then I got to thinking it would be a more realistic representation of what a busy vegan eats. So this video is going to be called What I Eat in a Week When I'm a Time-Constrained Vegan. When I first went vegan, I had plenty of free time to spend in the kitchen. Now I don't have that time, so what's a vegan to do? Just a fair warning, you will probably see Easter decorations in the background. I apologize, but with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. On Thursday, I had my usual fare of oatmeal for breakfast. Aside from these what I eat in a week videos, this is what I eat on a daily basis. I'm a typical vegan, you don't have to tell me twice. I switch up the way I make oatmeal here and there, and on this day I made chocolate oatmeal. It was just oats, almond milk, a dash of cinnamon, and some cocoa powder. And then once it was done, I added in some ground flax seeds. To finish the oatmeal, I topped it off with banana slices and a spoonful of cashew butter. For lunch, I couldn't have been bothered to make anything elaborate, so I cut up some vegetables. Yes, I know cucumbers are not a vegetable, they're a fruit, but I'm including them as a vegetable. Call the police. I took a whole wheat tortilla, spread some hummus on that, and added in some spinach, cut up red bell pepper, carrots, cucumber, and some quinoa. So this was a vegetable quinoa wrap. Whatever I couldn't fit in the wrap, I ate on the side. And that was my lunch. In an attempt to try and use up the remaining spinach I had in my fridge, I made a smoothie. It consisted of spinach, the rest of the banana from breakfast, frozen berries, chia seeds, and almond milk. For dinner, I cut up a couple of small sweet potatoes into rounds. They were really small because of their size. One wasn't going to fill me up, so I cut up two. I put those in the oven, then roasted them. When the sweet potatoes were almost done, I took some canned black beans and frozen corn, combined them together, threw them into a skillet with some seasonings, and put that over the sweet potatoes. I topped that off with some of the red bell pepper from earlier, tomato, red onion, avocado, salsa, and cilantro. I also squeezed a little bit of lime juice over top. Pretty much a sweet potato nacho situation going on here. After that, I cut up half of a mango and snacked on that along with the sunken barbecue flavored sunflower and pumpkin seeds. They don't taste like barbecue. Maybe I set my expectations too high. I'll still eat them though. They have a decent flavor. For breakfast on Friday, I had oatmeal again. Surprise, surprise. I made them the same way I did yesterday, but I omitted the cocoa powder. I topped the oatmeal with fresh banana slices, blueberries, peanut butter, and a sprinkle of cinnamon. I make snack platters quite often. This time around, this was my lunch. I cut up a carrot, a cucumber, and put them on a plate along with some Mary's Gone crackers, hummus, and olives. Special thank you to the infamous Mario for providing us with olive. For dinner, I took some of the leftover ingredients I had from yesterday and made a black bean mango quinoa salad and served that over some baby spinach. Then I made a tahini dressing, drizzled that over my salad, and that completes my dinner. Alongside of my dinner, I had this Empanema pomegranate antioxidant infusion tea by Bai. That was intentional. Sometimes I like to make my own trail mix as a snack or a dessert. I just throw some almonds, raisins, and dark chocolate chips into a bowl, give that a good toss, and snack away. On Saturday, I switched things up. I'm not having oatmeal for once. I know you're probably ecstatic. I made a chickpea scramble, which is great for those who don't eat a lot of soy or avoid soy. I was going to make my own hash browns, but the potatoes were rotten. I had a bag of hash browns in my freezer, so I used those. As the chickpea scramble was cooking, I wilted some baby spinach. I plated all of that up along with some salsa. Then in a rush, I made another snack platter, this time without olives. For my very late lunch, I made a burrito. To a tortilla, I added mashed avocado, black beans, tomato, red onion, red bell pepper, and steamed brown rice that I made real quick. What I couldn't fit into the burrito, I had on the side, just like my other wrap. Then I made myself a smoothie, this time with peanut butter and no spinach. On top of the smoothie, I added some of this Bare vanilla almond granola. Whatever was left at the bottom that I didn't put on the smoothie, I just ate. I guess that was dinner. On Sunday, I decided to try these Vans gluten-free waffles. I hadn't had frozen waffles in years. When they were done, I put some vanilla almond milk yogurt by Kite Hill in the middle and a little on top. I wish I could find unsweetened vegan yogurt around here, but honestly, I'm just happy enough that they have the option of vegan yogurt, even if it is sweetened. That's what I had as a little treat on Sunday for my breakfast. Afterwards, I heated up the remainder of the potatoes that I made on Saturday, along with a couple of the sweet potatoes that I saved. At the last minute, I decided to add sriracha. I'm not sure why I waited, but I did. For a snack, I cut up a carrot, some red bell pepper, and had that with hummus, and the remainder of the Mary's Gone crackers that I had to finish up. For lunch, I made some couscous because I needed something quick once again. In less than 10 minutes, you've got couscous. I made some sort of Dijon tahini dressing. Then I combined it with the couscous along with some frozen vegetables. After that, I made myself a smoothie with banana, some blueberries that I froze, frozen kale, chia seeds, and oat milk. When I first saw the announcement that Silk was launching their own oat milk in January, I was excited and I couldn't wait to see it in my area. It took a while for it to get here, but when I tried it, I was in love. I recently tried Planet oat milk and it is even better. I ran out of almond milk, so that's why I used oat milk in this smoothie. I think I still prefer almond or coconut milk in a smoothie, but it still turned out pretty good. For dinner, I had some pasta and sauce. I can't tell you the last time that I've had regular pasta because I generally just enjoy the taste of legume-based pastas nowadays. And yeah, so I seasoned the sauce up and added in some of the kale that I needed to use up and some frozen zucchini and squash. I topped that off with some herbs, nutritional yeast, and a little bit of salt. And that was my dinner. I also made some more trail mix. For breakfast on Monday, I had this English muffin that was sitting in my freezer. I defrosted that and took the rest of the chickpea scramble that I made on Saturday to make a breakfast sandwich. I just like to use things up. I don't like to waste food, so I try and use up what I make. I had that with an orange. For lunch, I took this neat Italian mix and made a single serving of patties out of it. When I first saw the ingredients, I figured it would taste like falafel. And it does. When I don't have time to make falafel, that's what I use. To a bowl, I added some baby spinach, the remainder of the quinoa that I had in the fridge, the stuff that I cut up, the quote-unquote falafel patties, and then some hummus. To complete it, I gave it a quick squeeze of lemon juice on top. I love to throw this together for lunch on busy days because it comes together easily, it's filling, and delicious. Of course, it's time for another smoothie. I think it's pretty much the same smoothie that I always make, this time with ground flax and this stingy-ass peanut butter that didn't want to come off of the spoon. What kind of peanut butter is this? For a snack, I had a carrot and celery dipped in more peanut butter. The kitchen was being occupied on this night, so for dinner, I just heated up a sweet potato in the microwave and had it with some steamed frozen vegetables. For breakfast on Tuesday morning, I had overnight oats that I prepped on Monday night. I call these Chunky Monkey overnight oats, and they consist of rolled oats, chia seeds, cacao nibs, walnuts, mashed banana, and almond milk. When I was ready to eat them in the morning, I put a couple of banana slices on top and an additional sprinkle of walnuts and cacao nibs. For lunch, I made some more of those patties using the neat mix. I stopped at Aldi and found some pita bread dirt cheap and decided to pick it up. I had never had pita bread before and always wanted to try it. I know, I've been living under a rock my entire life. I spread hummus in the pita, stuffed it with spinach, tomato, red onion, cucumber, and then those neat patties. Basically everything that I had in the salad. That lunch was amazing. For a snack, I had some more carrots, celery, and peanut butter. Later that evening, I made myself an iced coffee. I just brewed some coffee, let it sit for a couple of hours, and added some almond breeze. For dinner, I heated up some frozen vegetables in the microwave and put them on top of the rest of the pasta that I had made the other night. I topped it with nutritional yeast, a sprinkle of sea salt, and herbs. It was a big bowl, and it filled me up. For breakfast on Wednesday, I had rice cakes with almond butter, dates, chia seeds, and cinnamon. I have this thing with rice cakes. I love them because they complement whatever you put on top. However, they are devoid of any nutrients, and they don't fill me up as much as bread, but They were going stale, so I needed to use them up. You know the drill. Frozen berries, a banana, baby spinach, flax seeds, and almond milk. Yeah, same old, same old. For lunch, I made a white bean buffalo wrap. I could have used more hot sauce, but I skimped out on it. I was in a rush. Everything else is self-explanatory, and I also had some more of those barbecue sunflower and pumpkin seeds on the side. For dinner, I just made some rice and some sauteed vegetables. I sauteed the vegetables in balsamic vinegar and other spices. It turned out really good. I love balsamic vinegar, so I put it on a lot of things, from salads to veggies. If I had remembered I had rice cakes that day, I wouldn't have eaten something else with rice, but oh well. For breakfast on Thursday, I made rice porridge with leftover rice from the night before. I also like to make this when I have leftover quinoa. All you do is add leftover rice into a pot along with non-dairy milk, cinnamon, and vanilla extract. Then you bring it to a boil and let it simmer until it becomes thick as if it was porridge. After that, you can serve it and top it with whatever you'd like. I went with frozen berries, almonds, chia seeds, and shredded coconut. For lunch, I had more of that buffalo white bean salad and put that into a pita along with my typical vegetable ensemble. But this time I added pickles. I also cut up the last 2 carrots in my fridge and ate those. By the time I got in, it was 11 o'clock at night, which means it was way too late for me to attempt to make anything for dinner. Instead, I heated up a cup of this McDougall's lentil couscous. I make lentils and couscous all the time. This just makes it easier so I don't have to make it all separately. I added in frozen peas to add bulk to the meal, and it was really good. In a pinch, these kinds of things help out a lot. As a dessert, I had Justin's dark chocolate peanut butter cups. I've always seen these at Target and wanted to try them. I kept putting it off, but you know what? You've got to treat yourself sometimes. As a former Reese Cup fan and someone who enjoys dark chocolate, I have to say that these are definitely worth trying. Even though it was 2 o'clock in the morning, I made myself a smoothie, and that's how I ended my night. A smoothie at 2 a.m. I should really try different smoothie combinations, which I do, but once I get set on one that I really like, it's hard for me to get bored of it. While I was filming the outro, my phone decided it was going to die. Technology at its finest. Let's try this again. That's all I have to show for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care. Bye.